Thanks for staying with us. So as I said since last week, the only news in Nigeria right now is the coalition. If you hear coalition, you hear ADC, ADC, hear coalition. So prominent politicians like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, former Senate President David Mark, former Governor of Rivers State Rotimi Amechi, former Governor of Osun State Rauf Aregbesola, former Governor I think it was Nasir El-Rufai too. The whole works of them adopted the African Democratic Congress as a platform to spearhead removing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Today on the show, we'd like to hear the views of Nigerians because many TV shows, many stations have been discussing with political pundits, discussions on their thoughts. Everybody is saying their own professional experiences and thoughts. However, we haven't heard from Nigerians. What are your thoughts on this coalition? What do you think about the coalition? Who do you think should be the flag bearer of the coalition? Do you believe that this coalition is the next thing that's going to help unseat the current president? And you believe that this coalition is going to take Nigeria to the next level? That's our conversation. I want to open our phone lines from the start. You can call us on 020-1635-2013, 090-241-63440. You can also send us your messages on X and also YouTube. We'd like to hear from Nigerians. Call us in and share your thoughts on the coalition, on ADC. So there are a few issues, I like to just set the tone here. Yeah. So the issue now is, I think Mariam took it during the paper review, that Peter Obi said, we're not in the ADC party, he's still part of LP. So the understanding we have today is that all these guys have come together and say, okay, let us form ADC. Now, there's still going to be forthcoming meetings as regards who's going to be the flag bearer. Atiku Abubakar, as we know, has the money, he has the war chest, he has the funding, he has the ability to win elections according to many who believe that he has the money. So he wants to be the flag bearer. Peter Obi, who won Lagos State, Abuja without a structure, who has a youth following, he has a strong following on social media, he believes he should be the flag bearer. Yeah. Rotimi Amechi, I'm not sure what his cards are. He's also interested in being a flag bearer. Oh. I'm not sure the role of Rauf Aregbesola and David Mark. I know though they are part of the administrative heads of the new party. But amongst these three key guys, especially Atiku and Peter Obi, who do you think should be the flag bearer? And do you believe that if they become the party in power, do you believe it's going to change our country? That's the conversation today. Who would like to go first? You just go back.
Because I have no idea.
You just go back. You want to slightly just go back, but I know you can jump in there. But Dami, you want to go first or Nima?
So for me, these are just, I don't want to use, what do you call somebody that is not, what's the nicest way to call a disgruntled person?
A disgruntled person.
That was too extreme.
Concerned citizens.
No, people are not happy.
Yes.
Unhappy politicians.
They are not disputing that. They are not
unhappy career politicians have found the common ground to meet. ADC is an existing party, has never been able to win an election, not that I know of. And so they found it. Now I understand why people register so many parties. So just don't worry, just keep your party in the bank. One day they will have need for it. So I understand this gathering and measure that they're doing, but then for me at this meeting is the same rhetoric, the same pain that Nigerians are having that they're going to just be replaying. Because I saw that everybody in that setting have already had a take at office. All of them, they have gone and come back. They are not happy. They are not saying, oh, we have 140-year-old in Rivers State who Amechi mentored. It's time for him to go. They're not looking at the women and saying, oh, we have one woman from Osun State who is now MD of one bank, who has done amazingly well in her field, who will be a good representative, for us. They are not looking at it. They are not giving us the set. They are not going to give us the set of cabinet that Obasanjo had. There's not going to be Okonjo there. There's no Obi there. There's nobody returning from after achieving, technocrats' life success that are coming back. These are the set of people that are forming the party. Personally, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Watching them, I want a feel of, a breath of fresh air. I want freshness coming back. You know, we have young, amazing
Can I challenge you on that?
Nigerians.
Can I challenge you on that? Because when you say you want a breath of fresh air, Showore came the other day. None of you voted for him. He's a breath of fresh air. Young people didn't come behind. So
no, it depends on the breath.
No, because they all say there was YPP, the other parties.
All the fresh.
The other parties,
No, you know,
young people's party came.
With all due respect,
you guys didn't come forward.
With all due respect for Showore, I did not like the aggression.
Okay.
So personally, I couldn't.
Aggression is a problem.
Yeah,
okay.
no. For whatever reason, I just couldn't trust. So we were at a celebration symposium, and Showore was speaking just before the elections, and one of the boys almost, you know, in the shout, almost pushed me off. I was like, how am I going to hold these ones to account if I finally vote them? You know, so those were some of the issues. But there was one amazing guy who won my heart. I don't want to, speaks well, is a technocrat. That one won my heart. It looks like he can, you know, handle Nigeria's problem, because Nigeria's problem, aggression alone cannot handle it personally. So I stayed.
Okay, let me pause you for a second.
Okay,
Mariam, want to jump in?
I would like to jump in.
I wanted to take this.
So for me, you know, just when I heard about it and the people that were in the coalition, I just thought that I don't see how they would make a headway when they get to a certain point. And the point is who will be the flag bearer. Because we have everyone in that group feels like they deserve it. As you mentioned, we have the Atiku who has been running for many years. And frankly, that man believes it's his time, anytime, you know. And then I see Obi, who I feel that, personally, I don't see how this works for his benefit. Because Mr. Peter Obi became a force to be reckoned with, especially among the youth. It had nothing to do with his party. It was about the man. People thought he was a breath of fresh air. People thought he was a new face. People thought, you know, that especially young people thought that, oh, this person was somebody against the norm, the political class that we're used to. This is somebody new. And for me, I don't see how this coalition benefits him, you know, except if they're thinking that, you know what, since he already has such a following, especially among the youth, we will put him up as the flag bearer and then everyone. But then I see an El-Rufai. I don't think El-Rufai will sit back and watch Peter Obi be the flag bearer of this coalition, you know. So I wonder what their subsequent meetings... I wonder what their subsequent meetings is going to be about. And, you know, it's interesting to know that Peter Obi is adamant in letting us understand that he's still a member of a party and this is just a coalition. As you know, with Nigerian politics, the more you see, the less you understand. So we'll just wait on it after.
Well, I think not far-fetched, but in this, the party structure already gives us an idea that it looks like they fall from the beginning. It doesn't even look like it's going anywhere. Because if we look at the credibility of all of the big wigs involved, all of the frontliners from Atiku Abubakar to Rotimi Amechi to Senator David Mark, all the frontliners that we are seeing, we know them. We know the history. I don't think we were dead when they were ruling us, and a lot of us were already of age and we were already voting. So it also shows to me that there is no how, it still feels like a joke. Because even this representation does not even have women representation nor youth representation. All of the 20 people in front, they were all men. So are they telling us that women are only good when it comes to dancing? Women cannot take the front seat. Women cannot be part of the deciders. And if I'm going to be sentimental a bit, I'll mention youth. But now we've seen that even the youths, we've not been able to sum ourselves up. I was thinking that the 2023 election will give birth to a youth movement of a kind of Showore to say let youth put their weight behind them. But we saw that, yes, a lot of youth tilted towards the obedience area, seeking that Peter Obi was a bit, not totally absorbed of some indifferences, but a bit better than the people we have had. I do not think after this run in Atiku will run anywhere other than his family house. He should just run and go and rest. Baba looks tired already. Now, I feel that people like them or people of their caliber should push forward stronger Nigerians, not them, because their credibility has been faulted.
Okay, so that's
I'm also saying that this ADC, another point I'm saying is that there are a lot of moles already inside. They have shut the door on a lot of moles inside. So these moles cannot go outside. The only outside. We were here when they started this acronym of PDAPC. And we knew that some people were obviously in PDP and they were working for APC. Now there's an ADC. So maybe PDC will still join. We don't know where they are going to.
You know what I found quite fascinating is the fact that many people underestimated the Labour Party when Peter Obi took it, because every political analyst did not give them a chance. Almost everybody said, it's impossible. How can you go to a group? There's no structure. There's no structure. That was the argument then. They underestimated the ability of the Nigerian people, because remember, these Nigerians are going to vote, not your structures, not the money you have, not the banks, not the machinery. It's the human beings called Nigerians are going to vote. So if we underestimate ADC so early, maybe it's another error that many of these political analysts are already making, because you see and you think, okay, yes, I get the point you made earlier that it's the same of the same. Maybe if they had put somebody younger, Nigerians can say, oh, fantastic. But the truth is that when somebody is united for one cause, the only cause is unseat President Tinubu. Don't you think that is strong enough, regardless of who is together, to get them some kind of a...
So regardless enough, I think we'll rather want to choose where we want to die, seeing that this place is a credible place to die. If all of them, I will say on this table that if all of them in together, they don't even have a flag bearer that can beat President Tinubu, I'll still rather vote for Tinubu. Because at the end of the day, it's like we're running in circles. Okay. Am I going to vote for...
go ahead.
The sentiment.
One second, go ahead.
So I was going to say that with Peter Obi, I remember with Labour Party, a lot of the feedback, that was gotten was that, yes, people wanted him, the youth especially supported him, but he didn't have the structure. And what did they mean by he didn't have the structure? So there were some places they felt that there were not enough representation of that party to make sure that the votes were counted and things like that. So I can see the ADC being a structure. But is it going to be a structure for a Peter Obi? If it's going to be a structure for a Peter Obi, so it will come with the followership of the Peter Obi and the structure that he was lacking the first time around. But the way I see it, honestly, maybe they're going to leave it as the very last card, who they are going to use as as the flag bearer. Maybe they're going to shock us. But based on the sort of people that I know, these people that we've seen, how they have presented themselves over the years, these are big players. These are people that believe that they deserve the presidency, come what may. So I feel that there's going to be an issue towards the end. But if they are going to go the unlikely way, which is, you know what, we'll pick this man who we already see has some following, give him the structure that he deserves, because we noticed that that was what was his problem in the beginning. He will go. But any other person on that group, for me, I don't think will draw the sort of followership that they would think.
Please, I want to ask Miriam a question. You mentioned that deserving. What have these people done to deserve? I'm just asking randomly. What do you think they have done to deserve
what
that
they believe
seat of presidency?
Because they have been in the political class for many years. They have power players for many years. They have installed politicians and people in power for many years.
And also, every citizen has the right to have the ambition to be the president. It's their individual right. So anybody can choose. Nima, I want to hear your point, but let me go on a very short break. When I come back, I want to hear you properly. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.